Easy.
You are at the store and you spot that juicy looking salmon steak. The color is bright pink, it's practically glowing, and it looks like it belongs in a 5-star sushi spread. You tossed it in your cart with confidence, but wait, is it actually salmon? Take a look at Exhibit 1 and Exhibit 2. Exhibit 1 has smaller lines while Exhibit 2 has more visible fat lines. However, they have the same color. The question is, which one is real and which one is fake? Or are you getting scammed with fancy colored imposters? Today we are diving deep into how some supermarket disguise fish to look like salmon, tell the real from the fake, and why this seafood switcheroo is even happening in the first place. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will be a salmon spotting ninja at the fish counter. So why supermarkets fake salmon in the first place? Spoiler alert, it's not because they ran out of fish. It's about profit. Surprise, surprise. Some supermarkets and shady suppliers use fish fraud to make cheaper fish look like high quality salmon. Why? Because real wild caught salmon is expensive, especially the king salmon, and farmed or substitute fish are dirt cheap in comparison. The benefits are, it boosts profit margins by selling cheap fish at the premium prices, offload unsold or unpopular fish that's harder to remove. Most customers won't notice, and even if they do, they'll just blame their bad cooking. Ouch. This was taken from the non-profit group Oceana, which conducted a study that found that 1 in 5 seafood samples in the US were mislabeled, with salmon being one of the top offenders. The trick, how they make it look like salmon. It's like giving tilapia a spray tan. Fish fraud, exactly. The seafood version of catfishing. Here is how it's done. Coloring the flesh. White fish like tilapia or hake are sometimes dyed using synthetic colorants. I won't even begin to pronounce this name, but yes they do. In farmed salmon, they are not even naturally pink. They are fed pellets containing color-enhancing additive just so they look like wild salmon. Mislabeling continues. Some stores slap a label that says Atlantic salmon, so I did today when I went to the store. All the salmon that I looked at had Atlantic salmon. Or they slap this on steelhead trout, Arctic char, or even catfish. Farm salmon is sometimes passed off as wild caught because people pay more when it sounds fancy and wild. This research was taken from the Consumer Reports and the FDA, which reveals that mislabeling of seafood, especially salmon, is widespread in grocery stores and restaurants alike. So how to spot the fake? This is the fun part. Time to channel your inner seafood detective. Don't get played by a pink imposter. Here is how you can tell if that salmon fillet is legit. Here is how to spot real salmon, especially wild caught. The color is vibrant but not neon pink. It can range from orange to deep red depending on the species. Actually, it should have visible white fat line like marbling. The texture is firm, slightly oily and rich. It shouldn't feel mushy or watery. It should smell like the ocean. And not fishy or sour. How to spot the fake or dyed fish. The color is bright, even neon light. Red flag. Flesh often appears flat in texture, no visible fat line. Feels soft, mushy, or watery, and it has a strong fishy odor or weird aftertaste. Taken from an interview with a fishmonger at the supermarket where I shop, who stated that imported salmon are often cheaper than locally caught or farmed raised salmon. I then asked how can I identify the real salmon when shopping. He stated that if the color looks faded or off, it's probably stale. You should opt for glowing pink. While farm-raised salmon comes with a lighter shade of pink, the king salmon boasts its color as a pinkish orange. Here is a tip when shopping. Ask the fishmonger where it's from and if it's wild caught or farmed. If they hesitate or give you vague answers, it's probably not the real deal, as I have experienced today. Farmed versus wild, so what's the big deal? Is farmed salmon really that bad? Well, depends on who you ask and how much mercury you're into. Wild salmon is like organic produce, but for fish. Wild salmon eat krill and algae, giving them that natural reddish pink hue and more nutrients like omega-3s. Farm salmon are often raised in crowded pens, fed pellets, and collared artificially. Some even contains antibiotics and contaminants. This was taken from the FDA and Environmental Working Group studies, which show that farm salmon can contain higher levels of PCBs and pollutant compared to wild. The risk of eating fake or mislabeled fish. Your wallet isn't the only thing getting ripped off. Sometimes what looks like salmon is a bacterial buffet. Mislabeled fish might not follow proper handling or freezing guidelines. Some substitute species may cause allergic reactions, contain parasites, or be harvested in unsanitary conditions. And let's be honest, no one wants to brag about cooking dyed tilapia at home. So where to buy the real salmon without getting scammed? Here is how to outsmart the fish fraud game. Because you deserve actual salmon, not some seafood stunt double. Buy from reputable grocery stores or seafood market with transparent labeling. Look for certifications like Wild Caught, Alaska Seafood, or MSC certified. When in doubt, opt for frozen wild caught salmon. It's often more affordable and legit. As my fishmonger told me today, when asked which is the best tasting, he pointed out king salmon in first place. But the catch is, real king salmon prices can range from $50 to $65 per pound. That is not a joke. The second place he mentioned is Scottish salmon. It came in second, yes, but it still has good quality and at a cheaper price. So the next time you're standing in the seafood aisle, staring down that suspiciously pink fillet, you will know what to look for. Don't let the color fool you. Fish fraud is real, but now so are your skills. Drop a comment if you have ever accidentally bought fake fish. Like this video and share it if you have learned at least one thing about the fishy truth behind store-bought salmon. And don't forget to subscribe unless you want your next seafood dinner to be catfish in disguise again. I am Lifestyle Country Mom checking out. See you on the next one. Ta-ta.